friends, we're back finally, and we is me, Bella, and
me, the other one.
So this is the interior to the Riad that I've built some time ago.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah, it's the video before this one. So if you haven't seen that yet, I would encourage you to check that one out first, because it kind of makes sense to tie all this together and see what the actual place looks like before you see the interior. But I'm very happy with this one. We're starting in this courtyard, which is obviously the thing I looked forward to the most. And it was so much fun designing this. Like in general, this place was so much fun because I got to use lots of colors and quite saturated, intense colors. Not that
turquoise.
Not that anything usually stops me from using those. Besides, I don't know, my brain sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes she just sits around and she's like, no, this is not the right color. No, this is not the right color.
I do. But yeah, so this was lots of fun, and I used lots of greens and blues and reds, all of those together, which is intense for me.
There's already a lot of colors.
Yes, I'm really happy with how it came out, and I do think they all complement each other, and it looks very warm and fun. And to stay true to myself and marry those things together, I put in some sleek modern appliances and like furniture sometimes to contrast that whole thing, and it was honestly great fun.
Is the entire floor tiled?
I think so. I
like it.
There's a tiny portion of flooring somewhere where I might have used just not concrete, but a smooth stone texture for flooring. And then this is terrazzo, obviously. But yeah, I've used lots of tiles, as makes sense for this build. And I love the tiles. I tried to find some ways to make the swatches look more different from one another, like to find more variety in them.
Yeah.
But of course, still some things are gonna repeat over this not so small 2-story Riad.
Yeah. But I think one can really tell the vibe you're going for. And I think the tiles as well as the colors work very well. I'm a big fan of tiles.
Yes, me too.
Especially if you have like underfloor heating and you have warm tiles to walk on, that's amazing.
I don't think Morocco is the place for underfloor heating. I think we'd probably be happy if the tiles keep the cold well, but that's what they do, right? That's why there's so many tiles in hot places.
Underfloor colding.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right?
Maybe have like a cold water stream under the tiles.
Oh, that could totally be done. That would be so sick in warm countries, just having a cold floor. That's worth it. Oh, my rice is done.
I don't think you can hear that on the recording, but it's beeping.
Well, it sounded like this, beep boop. And so I know my rice is done. So that's pretty great. But of course, I'm going to stick around here with you and eat my rice later.
Yeah, but we have the time to appreciate some great technology.
Also, a rice cooker is the best technology. Because it cooks your rice to perfection and then it keeps it warm until you need it.
I think you're right. I grew up in a household without a rice cooker and some weird pride about cooking things yourself.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is weird. I don't have time for that.
So I'm not sure about that. Also, I'm a little annoyed that you can't seem to salt the water in the rice cooker because I need my rice salted. I don't know if that's like heresy or something.
Yeah, probably. But honestly though, a rice cooker brings utility that you just don't have making rice yourself. Like, like for instance, keeping it warm. I think that for a lot of people that's very useful. Like especially in a lot of Asian countries, they start the rice when they leave the house in the morning, and then it's already finished when they get back. It's still warm.
Because rice needs a way too long time.
I agree with that. That I agree with, but then again, if you have a rice cooker, you don't need to actually like keep watch on the rice, so it doesn't feel like as much time because you just put it in, you forget about it, and then all of a sudden it's done.
Yeah, and it beeps.
Beep boop. Like that.
Like that, exactly.
And then you talk about it to someone for 5 minutes, like we just did.
That might happen.
Yeah, it might happen.
We're done with the courtyard, and I've tried to make that a relaxing place. As I talked a little more about this in the last video, but it's supposed to be a garden courtyard. And I read somewhere, now I don't know if that is reliable information because I only found that in one place, but I read somewhere that you can recognize the oldest riads in maybe specifically Marrakesh, I'm not sure, by a really old orange tree in the middle of the courtyard. So that's what I placed there with the help of Felix's grove. I think in theory it's lemon tree, but there's an orange swatch on it, so I picked that. So yeah, this is, you could imagine this as a very traditional, old, historical building that has lots of history.
Yeah, I agree. It very much looks like that too. And I think, given the lifetime of the average orange tree,
which is what?
I think somewhere between 60 and 100 years, maybe.
All right, it sounds reasonable.
Which is like basically like our lifetime as well. You can plant an orange tree when you get on your big day when you emerge.
I'm not sure. You can actually do that. I think maybe somebody else, like your parents or someone, would have to do that for you.
No, you have to do it yourself.
You're giving the baby a shovel?
Listen, if anyone's watching, if this is your first day on Earth, plant an orange tree right now.
So wait, they're coming out of the womb, they open YouTube, they watch a Honeybella video.
That's how it goes now.
And then they get the shovel and the seeds.
A lot of
and
kids
it's
get
like,
iPads really early now.
Like get to work.
Well, I don't know if, I guess the digging can be done by someone else. But you actually have to plant the seed, come on.
Very gracious.
Yeah. So, and then you might see a tree that gets as old as you. But not older, so that's pretty funny. That'd
be really cool. Like, that's a very cool sentiment.
You can have like a race. You could be like, hey, if I die first, my family is gonna give the tree a whole bunch of, I don't know what trees are interested in. I guess
oranges.
Air. Oh, that's what they produce, right? But then if the tree dies first, I can have like a party.
I thought it was gonna be a race. Like, let's see who moves through time faster.
I would say that's about an equal rate there. So
yeah, probably.
Yeah, I would assume so. So I don't know if that would be much of a race.
Yeah, but that
unless one of them would be like traveling at light speed somewhere, that would I guess change it. But I don't know.
Like one of them, like either the orange tree or the baby.
Yeah, I mean whomever really. It doesn't have to be a baby at that point anymore.
Right. I think it'd be really cool to have like that 1 year that you get to eat the first oranges from your tree and whatnot. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, and then the second year as well is really cool.
Although I think they have fruits really early, like after 3 years or something, right? I don't know a lot about fruit trees.
Me neither, but I've got to say, like I've talked about this a lot in the past months, but I'm really quite listen, I don't want to say upset because it's not I'm not obsessed with this topic, but I'm really annoyed at the fact that any kind of fruit really produces way too little juice. So I feel like even having one entire orange tree wouldn't supply me with the necessary amount of fruit.
I think it would. Like for one glass of juice, definitely.
One glass of juice every day in the year?
Yeah, no.
No, I don't. Yeah, one tree for one glass of juice is a horrible ratio.
Yeah, I remember that the other day you said that if you ever met a genie and you got your 3 wishes, one of them would be to have all the fruits supply an entire glass of juice. Is that right? Like
Yeah,
every single fruit?
Yeah, I mean, just change the ratio up a little bit, right? Because ideally, I would get multiple glasses of juice out of one fruit, right? So I think this is what the genie should concern him or herself with when asking me this question.
Also, the genie is supposed to know beforehand that that's
No, I'll tell him, but I'm not gonna need the other two wishes, right? Because
that's your only wish?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them, hey, listen, my first wish is that I only get one additional wish, and then it's done. And the other wish is the thing about the juice. So.
No, great. All right.
I know my aspirations.
Sorry for talking right through the kitchen. I'd say the kitchen is the most contemporarily designed room. I still made sure to put some architectural features typical for Riad's and some tiles. And I really, really like the flooring. I made this little design from the black border tiles from the Grove set. And I really enjoyed that. It's very sleek. I really love those Florence cabinets, the metallic ones as well. They're really cool, and they really they're a feature themselves, and I think they pair so well with more traditional design elsewhere. Like just those metal lamps from the Grove set. Those are pretty traditional, and I think they look really good in combination with the cabinets.
Also, rugs on tiling.
Right.
Right? I mean, there's nothing more to say about that.
Yeah, who doesn't love a good rug? Sometimes I decided against putting a rug down because I didn't want to hide the tile work.
Right.
So I didn't do it in every room. But I love that little, it's not really a clash of patterns, but the combination of different patterns and different colors, it's so much fun. There's a lot to look at in this home.
Yeah, also
like that.
Imagine being a rug lying on tiles.
Yeah, that have that cold water stream beneath them and like you're nicely cooled all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Be awesome.
Don't think it'd necessarily be better than being a human.
On the rug, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Whatever floats your boat, man. I like the ladders, I'll tell you that much.
Right. Is this the first time that I'm using the full-size bookshelves with the ladders?
I think it might be.
That Harry made for the Octave set, and that I was like screaming about when it came out.
Yeah, I think it might just be. And I think it works very well. So, good job. Harry, not you. I mean, also good job for using them, but still.
Somebody on Tumblr commented and said that Harry probably made this for me. I'm not gonna assume that's true, but I love that other people also know about my love for bookshelf ladders.
Yeah.
I've used them quite a few times in this build, not only for this bookshelf in this little office, but also for wardrobes. And that's where, I need them a lot for wardrobes. I like to build very tall ones, like custom made.
Okay, hold on. So basically there are two types of like bookshelf ladders, right? You have the one that has like the ropes.
Oh yeah, right.
And one that you take out and then put it in place somewhere else.
Right.
Which one do you prefer?
That's a hard question.
Because I think rolling obviously is very cool, but it's also probably noisy. And it's rolling over your floor, which honestly, if you're a person that have a ladder on a bookshelf, you have expensive flooring as well. So.
You gotta keep those ball bearings oiled. That's really just it. I don't think it'd be so noisy. But I like the vintage feel of, I'm imagining the vintage feel. I've never touched a bookcase ladder in my life, but I imagine that feels kind of cool grabbing it. Although it'd be heavy, and if you already have books like under your arm,
Right, that could be difficult.
Then you might want one that's rolling.
And I'm also thinking right now is like if you have a detachable one, you could use that for other purposes as well.
Right, it's just a ladder.
There is like a lamp that needs installing on your ceiling. It's like you could lean it against something and climb the ladder, right?
You could. At that point, you could just get a ladder.
Well, no, but you already have one, and it's detachable, so it's more versatile.
I guess so.
Yeah. So the case in point, get yourself a bookshelf ladder. Not the viewer, you and the viewer. I don't care. Somebody.
Is this financial advice or?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 100% financial.
No, you're supposed to say it's not a financial
it's a great
advice.
investment.
They're gonna get us. Wall Street is gonna get us.
They know about this. This has been a secret for quite some time.
We have moved into my favorite room. Can I say that?
Yes.
I think so. Which is the living room. I've done a double tile border, which is such a cute detail. And I love the combination of the green tiles on the floor and then the deep red walls. That's just gorgeous to me.
Also, the mirror on the fireplace. I mean, that's a great addition.
Right?
It looks so much cooler than a TV above your fireplace, which I think is a horrible idea anyways. But like having a mirror above your fireplace. Pretty classy, I'll say that. Also, I don't know if you've played Zelda, but looking at all these pots, my fingers are getting twitchy. But, you know.
Yeah, I would not let you into this room. There's so many fragile things in there. That's not for you.
Literally, within the last 3 days, have walked into more things than I have ever walked into in my entire life.
That might be true, but I'm not actually clumsy. Like,
she has
I wouldn't.
Bruises all over her body for some reason, and it's like whenever I'm just sitting around, I'll hear her screaming to the apartment, be like, "Damn it! Who put this bed here?" It's like
that's not true. That's you. You walk into furniture that's been in that place forever. I just walk into ping pong tables. That's like the sole reason I have bruises all over my legs.
That's like why? Because it's like. It's always the same dimensions, right? One would think that your muscle memory at some point would understand that there is a table there.
Right, but I'm passionate about ping pong, and I forget how to walk.
Okay.
And I'm...
But that hurts your ping pong playing, doesn't it?
Barely.
Oh, okay. Because you limping around with your bruised legs kind of looks like it would hurt your ping pong playing, but I'm not want to make any assumptions. Right,
but that's actually the trick, because then the opponent will think that you're not capable of playing and you're just very clumsy, and also you've got that little handicap of that limb.
And you still absolutely whack your opponent, so I think you're just fine.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, what is this? There's another ladder. I spotted it.
Right. Additionally to the kitchen, this is a storage pantry / cold locker.
Man. Is that a wine cellar without the cellar?
It's not. It's nectar.
Sure. Okay.
There's no alcohol in this household.
Oh, okay. Appreciate that.
But this is just a place to mix some nice juices from the household orange tree, I guess.
Ooh, I appreciate that. And then have long-term storage for them.
Right? You don't need alcohol to have a nice bar and a nice place to sit with your friends and have a fun drink.
Honestly, like having a high-quality juice bar is, first of all, equally as expensive, and secondly, way cooler than having an alcohol bar.
You're very right about that. So this is right next to the dining room, which is this one. And they're like siblings, They've got that same
rooms?
Wall pattern, and they're like best friends. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm like assigning personalities to these rooms.
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a word for that disorder.
This is the dining room. It's very big. It's the only one that's got like big modern windows because it's very shielded from that walkway. So I'm thinking neither the sun nor any unwanted looks would enter this room.
Yeah, and also having windows into your own backyard. That's super cool.
Right? That's a flex.
You can get up, you can look at the orange tree through the window, be like, does it have enough fruit for juice today? And then you can make up your mind. You don't even have to go outside. Flex, exactly.
Big flex.
Did you have a specific reference for the floor design, or did you just make it up as you went?
No, that is just an example of me trying to make lots of different types of flooring. There's not so many tiles in the game, and by that I mean custom content tiles, because the in-game tiles are mostly terrible.
Okay.
If you ask me.
How do you mess up tiles?
Yeah, I don't know. They just look really outdated.
Okay.
Like lots of things in the game.
Right.
But yeah, I tried to make some different designs with, I think, the 3 different CC tiles that I thought made sense for this build. So yeah, I didn't try to mix colors. I wish we could place floor tiles like in even smaller portions.
Right, okay.
Then, because using Control F, no, that's not true. Command F? Oh no, I don't know.
Yeah, great.
It's all muscle memory, you know? I don't actually know the
gotcha.
shortcuts, it's just muscle memory. So if you press that, you can place half tiles, but they're cut diagonally.
Oh.
And it's a little complicated
So
sometimes.
you would like quarter tiles?
Yeah, that'd be
maybe
cool.
like 8 tiles?
I think
or like
quarter...
a 16th of a tile?
Quarters would be enough.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still cool that we can do that. And I think that also allowed me to do... Oh no, I think I might have deleted all the designs I did with that. Because it tends to look a little weird. Because it's hard to make sense of a diagonal pattern.
Oh yeah, I
somehow.
agree. Diagonal stuff is crazy. Oh man, that was
Can I quote you on that?
So nonsensical thing to say. Yeah, dude, what's up, man? Diagonal shit is crazy today. Like, what's up?
Dude, like those diagonals, like they keep me up at night.
That's right. I do like the pattern on the tiling here.
Yeah, I really like that too. That is a very typical, traditional Moroccan pattern.
Like, look, if you had like 32 or like 16th of a tile, you could probably make these patterns yourself. No. No, you could not. But like, if you had like a 64th of a tile.
Yeah, but that seems like a lot of work.
Well, work is the name of the game, so. Also Sims 4.
Shut up.
Hey. I do like the curtains, because wait, hold on. How do these curtains work? Because if you move them towards the middle, then the gaps on the outside are no longer covered, right?
Don't say that. I was hoping no one would notice.
Oh, I notice. I look at fire hazards, and this is definitely one of them.
That's something I did think about, but let's change the topic.
Okay, great. Okay, so you did start thinking about it, but then just kind of stopped.
No, I figured it's more of like a fun feature. You do have doors. This is your private suite, you know? You also have your dressing room and your private bathroom.
But
you don't need
I would get
this.
annoyed. I would stand there and I would pull the curtains close, and then I'd be like, oh man, now they're open on the outside. I'll pull them back, and this is gonna be a whole process.
Well, let me tell you something. They sway in the wind. So does that solve your problems or what?
Why? It's a closed room. What wind?
No, there's an open window. So that's why I picked those.
I
There's
gotcha.
an open window
This is
over
the
the
new
bed.
CC moving curtain thing.
Right, it is. And it's really cool. I thought, yeah, you know, it just adds that little something.
Yeah.
That livable feeling, that realism.
Like, I get what you're saying. I do also have to say, from a fire hazard perspective, I think the tiling really does a lot to protect the inhabitants.
Well, I'm so glad to finally get your approval.
Yeah, I mean, you could still add a few more like fire extinguishers maybe, but you know, you're on your way. In some house we'll get it at some point.
From listening to us, one might think that your place of residence is just filled to the brim with fire extinguishers. Is that true?
No, this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but I just think that I have the natural strength and willpower to defeat a fire myself without any aid of tools.
In mental or physical combat?
Like whatever combat, honestly. I think I'm superior in every way. So, I don't believe in the kind of tools that other people need to defend themselves from fires.
Well, then it's extra kind that you make sure that we still have things to protect us when you're not around.
Well, you don't all have a Louise at home to protect you from to absolutely dominate the fires.
Well, I'm glad you've finally found an equal opponent to your skills.
No, that's what it's not. I absolutely dominate the fire, right? So there's no.
All right, so the search goes on for something that can defeat you.
Fire, bro. That's what. I don't know what's up with me today, honestly. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be insensitive. Is
that like your jingle?
Oh yeah.
Is that what plays every time you defeat the fire?
That's the last thing the fire will ever hear. Fire, bro.
You're not really a fire bro. You're kind of fire hater.
Oh wait, that's already taken.
Yeah.
Damn. Fire hater. Well, no, that doesn't have the same.
All right. While you think about that, we have moved on to the second bedroom. I think I've cut out. There's 4 bedrooms in this house total. One of those is more of a servant's room or ex-servant's room or like a guest bedroom for a child or something. It's a little smaller and it only has a single bed. And then besides that, there's 3 full-size double bed bedrooms, which all have their private bedroom, a bathroom, and dressing room.
Fire beater.
Did you say fire beetle?
No, I said fire beater. I thought that was a great idea, but now I don't anymore, so I'm gonna keep thinking about it.
Wait, that did spark a question. Are you beating the fire with your fists? Is that how you fight the fire?
It's really whatever. This is much more of a vague form of, I guess, like physical expression.
It's more of a notion than like something that's actually happening.
It's body and mind, right? There's not just one axis to this endeavor. It's you gotta be in sync with the universe as well. And then it's more mind. I'll say that, but there are fists involved. Whether they are used for fighting or other purposes should remain unspoken, really.
All right. Sounds complicated.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to it.
I'm gonna keep thinking. I'm gonna keep thinking about it a little while longer.
Well, while you do that, let me get back to the window treatments. I've placed these gorgeous and my new favorite shutters almost everywhere where there's inside windows to the courtyard, and I love them. I love that slightly distressed look. It makes me so happy. And then wherever there's an open window or an open door, I tried to put the moving curtains. Well, not everywhere, but I tried to keep that in mind. So right above my favorite downstairs room, the living room, is my second favorite room, which is this big bedroom, or I guess bedroom complex, because it's 5 rooms in total. And I loved the idea of like getting basically repurposed doors. My thought was that they'd gotten these doors when they renovated this, or maybe a neighboring Riad was renovated, and they use these as a headboard for the bed. I thought that was a really fun idea to use doors, and it looks really cool.
I've returned. So I've got 2 options for you. Basically, it's either Fire Blaster, which I think sounds a little bit over the top, but it's up there, or the Fire Choke.
Joke?
Choke.
Choke.
Yeah, the Fire Choke. It's like, cause I'm like.
You're choking on fire.
No, that's, well, who is choking who really is up to the viewer, but
and interpretation.
And interpretation, I guess. But at the end of the day, I will think that I am choking the fire out.
Right. Yeah. So if you have any better ideas,
yeah, if you
leave
have
a comment.
Oh, please, absolutely, that would be hella dope. Thank you so much. I want to say I like that the usage of rugs has gone up while we have spoken. I think that's there's a good correlation there, and I like that. And I think the longer I watch, the more rugs there should be placed.
I think that's inherently true.
Am I just here to add chaos to the voiceovers? Oh my god, is that my purpose?
That is kind of your purpose.
Oh man, I just realized this. Oh no, I'm fire idiot. But I do that well.
Oh, so well.
So
I really appreciate you being here.
that's really good. That's really nice. Thank you. So how about this? I feel like if you're gonna have your entire house tiled, you should at some point in your house include like a checkered board into the floor that you can play.
Checkered tiling.
Yeah, like a chessboard basically, and that you could play chess on. That would be very cool.
That would be cool. You could even play checkers.
But not internationally, because international checkerboards have 10 on 10 checkers. So that's great. Also, I was thinking, I don't know if you guys or if you as a kid have ever played with one of those huge chess sets.
Yeah, the ones where they're like human sized?
Yeah, well, pretty much. They're like small human sized. Like half human.
Kid
maybe.
sized.
Well, it depends on the kid, really. But yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, those are really cool. You could have that just in one of your rooms. In the corner.
In the corner? Like the room is even bigger than that?
Well, or that could be the entire room. Oh, that would also be so cool if that was your entire room. And then if you put the pieces in a specific position, like a secret door opens, that would be so cool.
I think your taste in homes is very close to what like a cartoon villain's taste in homes would be like.
Yeah, or like an escape game kind of deal where there's like something hidden everywhere.
Yeah, that's just villain shit.
Yeah, well, I am the fire wrangler, so what do you expect? It's not the new name. I'm sorry, I can't come up with anything good anymore. You know what I've noticed though, as we were speaking, is that looking from up above at the Riad, at least at the interior, it looks super rainbowy, and I think that's really cool. Like you can see there's like a gradient of colors, and I like that.
Me too. I usually don't get to use so much red. I'm a little scared of red, but this warm environment inspired me.
This is probably the time to interject about the fact that red is also a warning color, and there are certain frogs and beetles that are red that you should not touch.
Is it only frogs and beetles, or?
Yeah, it's exclusively frogs and beetles. While, other times red can be a very good color. Say my house is on fire and the fire department is coming. I'm happy that they're coming, right? So they're red.
But your whole house is also on red fire.
Yeah, and that's where the two worlds really collide. So what does that tell you about society?
Lots and lots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what is this?
This is the last room. It's part of the primary bedroom ensuite situation.
Oh, great. Wow.
And this is just a room for rest and relaxation. And also I feel like you haven't noticed, but I gotta confess anyways. I did leave in 2 outside windows on this top floor. This one and the one in the primary bathroom. Because I read somewhere that if it's like high up, you still, you only get the benefits.
I'm upset. I'm shook to my core that you would leave these windows in here.
Well, they're beautiful. Like this looks so nice right now.
No, yeah, I agree.
I'm putting lots of like chill food in here for your rest and relaxation.
I think every room is for rest and relaxation. There's not a room in my house that I haven't slept in.
You don't have a house.
But that doesn't negate my point.
I guess. Well, I'm posting less regularly now, so make sure to check out Tumblr if you want to see what I'm up to and some sneak peeks and fun stuff. And thank you for spending this time with us today.
Bye.
Bye.
And cut.